When we first started, we didn't have a girls' room. We started with a boys' room, 12 boys. Now we have 20 girls. We have like 27 boys.
All in one day, we got 6 children. So I got 4 boys. The girls' home got 2 girls. We also had a little boy, Tishi, who had been living alone in a tent city without any parents for a year. The children didn't have hardly any clothes or any food. They were living in a tent that we had given them that ended up then on this property. And a grandmother who had not been in the family picture before the earthquake was caring for them somewhat, as was the older sister, and little Stanley was taking care of a lot of his younger brothers and sister. So it was an 8-year-old taking care of a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Our goal is not only to take the kids and to give the kids like a home, a shelter, and to feed the kids, but our first goal is like to give them the gospel, the Jesus Christ, and to prepare them to send them back to our Asian society.
Most of the kids are kids that are from the tent cities and the Raven, and the other kids are from the boys and the girls' homes. Here, God has blessed us. We do art for the kids. We have an English teacher. Yes, it's a French school, but we have missionaries and we have people all around Haiti that speak English. We have computer, which is very good for the kids. And we have music. We do devotion here, like chapel every Friday. So when they're singing, when they're playing guitar, piano, whatever it might be, violin, there are things we do here in the school with them at the transition and to David to try to put it into practice. Example, if we're doing measurements, so they don't just trace it with a pencil or ruler, but they go with a tape measure, they put it into practice. Yvel and Jean-Yves are twins. Their moms couldn't pay the school for them. They are kids in our feeding program. Last year, we couldn't take them because we didn't have rooms for them. So this year, we decided to put them in a school. God decided to put them there. So we put them in special class. Now they're able to write their names. They know the letters and numbers as well. They're doing great. The feeding program is not just a program where we just feed the kids. We play soccer, volleyball, and different other games. And right after this, we worship with them. We teaching them, we playing with them, we give them lessons, we feed them, we give them Christ, and we prepare them to become good leaders.
The kids in the yellow jerseys are kids that were once in the feeding program and they basically gotten too old to continue. They are now servers, so they are in charge of different tables, they're in charge of serving the food, they're in charge of keeping the kids in order, they're being discipled by Marval.
After the feeding program, sometimes they have kind of bad attitude in the street. One day I said, I'll try to know them better. The first time I had Bible study, I was almost quiet because I saw how good they are, but they didn't have a mentor. If they know God's words, they will fear God. They won't become gangster. They're not gonna take drugs. They're not gonna take alcohol because they know God's words.
The transition program is designed to help the kids that are graduating from the orphanage to have about a year or more to prepare and train them to be ready to go out into the world and do jobs. Here we have several different programs. We have the furniture program, the sewing facility, t-shirt manufacturing. The girls are learning how to make different dresses and purses. We also have a silk screening facility. We can manufacture shirts to sell to teams that are coming in or anybody, and that includes schools and other locations here, other international organizations. And then another program is actually the bakery. They're starting to produce a larger quantity and then they've been selling to one of the schools nearby. The last area we also have our jewelry. They make them, we're working to sell more on a larger market. Emilian was a graduate in August 2010. He was working with Matt Littles primarily on furniture making. And then around Easter, we had a new contact named Stefan, and he runs a company called Maxima SA. They make prefab houses, different furniture. Emilian was selected from the transition program. He got trained in some new machinery, and now he's been working there since April. Finally, actually, the last piece of that is with the transition program, we'd like to create more jobs for the community to come and be a part of the program too, especially on a Monday through Friday basis. The kids in this orphanage are generally only available after school and Saturdays. We want to be able to use all these tools and have it be a blessing to the community where they're creating jobs for them too.
David and Matthew is not only someone who teach me like making tables and making beds. They teach me some of the good things also, like how I'm supposed to live with the other people. They talking to me also about the wisdom and to be faithful and to be a good worker also. I just decided also to leave all those bad things that I used to do before, and my decision was to follow Jesus.
I came on board with Child Hope to help instill more of the spiritual principles for the kids, as well as a little bit of mentorship for some of the older kids, particularly those who have graduated and those who are about to graduate. Things like budgeting, how to find a house, or how to economize with smaller budgets, not only teaching them how to live, but teaching them how to live according to godly principles.
I've been coming to Haiti since 2008. And with the help of our wonderful nurses, we've started a small clinic here at the Maison Lumiere Orphanage. And basically they serve and provide health care primarily for the young boys and girls in the orphanage. We also provide medical care for the surrounding communities.
We have clinic typically Tuesdays and Thursdays where we see about 15 to 20 patients from the community. So we're looking for a doctor that can run our medical clinic with us and teach us to help us with the care of our kids. Most of our supplies for the clinic are donated, which is a huge blessing.
I've seen miracles here, and you get to integrate your faith with every patient. God's hand is in the midst of the tragedies that go on here daily. He's just waiting for people to be his conduits for his people here, and I feel extremely honored to get to be a part of that.
After the earthquake, the first thing happened to Frisner. His house was break in the earthquake. We're building the house for them. And then after that thing, we have a big flood in Haiti, and then his house is completely gone. So now we buy the land, and now he has another new house. Every house says we're building for somebody. I went to the place and see where that person living. Some person can ask the house, but we find another person maybe need the house more than the other one. So some and then just living on the authenticity, and then the plastic was finished when it's raining, so everything wiped. They can't sleep. Like now we still have a long list, maybe 89, and I keep having people coming.
The idea with the Kenscock property is to provide a place for our younger children to actually grow up in more of a home type environment. What we are looking to do is to build little cottages that might have 6 to 8 children each, with ideally a Haitian mother and father there. Start them in a nurturing environment that also is a very beautiful place. It's a great place to run around for kids. The ground is very fertile. They'll grow their own vegetables. And then when they reach 12 years old, they move into a dorm. We start kids even moving vocationally. If they accept our offer and we purchase the property, there will be a period of years it'll take to be able to actually get this up and running.
Yes, we're expanding, we're growing. All of that is wonderful. It's good. It's part of his plan. But I see as we're doing it, he just becomes all the more greater and all the more faithful. We
feel that we just have these incredible box seats to the most incredible show in the world, and God just moving in the hearts and lives of these young people that He has embraced, He loves so much, and regardless of whether we blow it or fall on our face or make all kinds of mistakes, His love remains.